So for my frame, I want all the boards to be the same width. And as you can see, they're old corn crib boards, I might have mentioned before, and so consequently they're a little raggedy. So I will pick the thinnest one. Narrowest one, that's a better way to put it. Now I will raise the blade. Bring my fence over. Pull that out. I'm going to give it 3.5 inches. It's very handy to have a fence like this. It's very accurate. Don't have to worry about measuring a million times. And that does two things. Makes sawdust and makes them all the same width. Now if I were caring about the looks, I would have taken a little bit of off of each side. But now as you can see, they're all the same level. Now the width. So now I'm going to take a 1/4 inch, which I will measure. Drop the blade. Need some oil. So these are 3.5. So I want 3.25. By let's see, let's make it 3/8. Not the best tape measure for this. Hey, this isn't much better, but at least I can perfect 3/8 for what it is. It's not a precision. So collector here to help me. Some volunteers. Alright. Forgot my ear protection, but it's not that loud, as you can probably tell. So, I cut a 1/4 inch groove. Now, I want to cut a 1/4 inch groove this way, which will be interesting because every board is a different thickness. So to do that, I probably shouldn't do it this way, but I'm going to try. Hopefully there's no kickback because of the size of cut. So you could lift these up so the whatchamacallit wouldn't go clear through. See, now I got that open gap at the end, but for what it is, I don't care. I guess I could save these, maybe they'll hold the glass in, huh? Although I have points. Okay, let's move to this table. Now, by 35 1/4. Supposed to be 36, but it won't matter. So now I gotta secure the corners together. Glass size didn't work out. Let's try something a little different. So I think to get rid of these, what I'm going to do is miter these. These old cheap saws, I inherited this from a friend who died. If you know, for home use, they're not horrible. If you were going to do something very technical, I would highly recommend doing something different. Again, this isn't precise. I'm just going by that back edge. That was me letting off the trigger. Had the board in a little crooked. All right, I'll lock this down. Turn it back to square. Get it out of the way. So now, what I have is a picture frame. That will kind of make it look a little bit better. Not much. The boards are warped, so when you try to do a miter on a warped board, it's going to be rather interesting, but it'll work. So we'll just go back to the table saw. I found a piece of wood downstairs. So there we are with the cabinet back. A bit of paint, a few staples. That should be good to go. So, we can find some paint. So I found an old can of Rust-Oleum paint laying around. It's got to be 15 years old, so it's a little lumpy. But for what we need, we'll do the edge just so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb when it's in place. Sure beats watching TV, huh? Maybe. I pretty much don't watch TV hardly anymore. I watch YouTube. I like learning. I always say. Sometimes you can get some good entertainment. Sometimes you can get some great knowledge. Sometimes you can get some eye-rolling stupidity. You may find some of that here, but just know that I'll ignore all the comments anyway, so at least the ones that are negative. I'll probably print and paste the nice ones. Okay, edge. Let's see if we can get paint on the and I better let this dry really good before I take it in the house. Imagine that oil-based smell as the sun heats it up. Make it dry fast, I suppose, but okay. How's that? piece of wood square. That should, in actuality, square up my frame a little bit. Yeah. That's the one. Is this one oil? Yes. Better dribble some oil in. I think I've only had one gun go bad in 30 years. Just because I didn't oil it often enough and it sat in storage a lot. Now let's see what's in the a little overkill, but I don't know if I have anything closer. So this will give it a little more sense of square. That way the glass will fit better. That's really all I'm worried about. More I can do than that. I keep trying to tell myself I need a $1,000 compressor so I can put it away and not have to hear it. But you know what? $1,000 will buy a lot of other things. There will be an opening at the bottom for air to go in. This air will get heated up and automatically draw out. And I think what I need now is a nice piece of wood. Nice is a relative term. To put here. Well, that will keep the glass from falling way down. These tacks are so small, I'll probably smash a finger and split the wood anyway. There, just to keep the glass from sliding down. Certainly there's a tack hammer around, but I guess this isn't a 28-ounce framing hammer, so it's not as bad. I keep telling myself someday my tools will be organized. Right after I die and manage to sort them out and sell them or give them away. Alright, now I can measure for a piece of glass. And I'm going to want something that is, so if I go, I suppose 28 by 21. And I'll let that dry, run and grab glass in a bit. And I'll put that back together. So here's the finished product from the side and the rear. I added a couple of little supports on it so I could change the angle to whatever angle the sun is at. I won't use it obviously in the summertime, so I could lay it out on the deck and probably cook food on it. I'll show you a picture of the front. And you can see where the glass starts and stops and gives me that gap that I desired. So when the sun comes in and heats the board again, it sucks cool air in the bottom and blows hot air out the top, so to speak, but very slowly. Well, I pinned a thermometer onto the top of my solar collector, And as you can see, the sun is coming up, and we will see if, in fact, I get much temperature. Right now, it is up to 66. I believe it was down to 63 when it was still dark outside, but we'll see what happens. Well, it appears we have 82 degrees of heat coming out of the top of that. So if you deduct the 66 it was when I came out this morning, and the sun is not fully on the box yet, that's a pretty good temperature increase for free. Granted, it's not going to heat the house, but what the heck, it's better than nothing. Looks like we've gained some more temperature. We're about 85. I don't recall what it was last time, but it is at around 12 noon.